Yeah, dude, it's weird. Like my phone like signed me out for some reason. I don't know why it does that. It's fucking dumb. It's been happening a lot too lately. Like I noticed it does it after an hour. So I gotta go into my settings or something and figure it out. But it's been doing that. It's like this two-step verification thing. I think it's because I got two channels now. Maybe I don't know what it is, man. So, but yeah, it's definitely annoying. Yeah, definitely annoying. It's like I gotta stop and go in and make another show. Yeah, I had to make another show. It's yeah, it's annoying. Had a bunch of people watching, and then yep. Thanks for stopping by. Soundwave 45. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go and get some more whiskey. It's almost all ice right now. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, guys. Had to go get another drink. Yeah. This is just so much easier than going through StreamYard and doing all that jazz, you know? Yeah, his torso definitely looks like an alien. He's got a weird physique. This is how he looks. That's like his turnaround. I wanted to give him this massive, like long, kind of like this big rib cage. All the characters in here have weird anatomies. I want him to have small traps. Um, yeah, he's really tall too in the book. Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun, you know, do something different with the anatomy. A lot of the guys I didn't really give them big traps. I figured try to get rid of the traps, just for fun, you know. He's kind of one of his minions. He's kind of got like regular build, you know, like a standard dude, you know. Oh, don't want to spoil that one. Thanks. That's Garm. That dude's kind of like a kaiju. He was fun to design. Let's see. That's one of the. He's a biker because there's a lot of biker stuff in there. That's Hornface. he he's in there in the beginning. Let's see if I can. Yeah, and then there's Helwär. He doesn't really have any traps, but he's got like this long neck and these big shoulders, massive triceps. Um, his brother Wreckbolt, he's got a weird. And this is Helwär. He turns into Hellbinger. This is the Hellbinger. This will be in the back of the book when I put it out. This is all like the behind the scenes shit, you know. But Hellbinger is just tall, like massive shoulders. He has massive traps, big forearms, really long legs. Um, yeah, he's kind of like a he's actually like a cross between Swamp Thing and Animal Man. um, yeah, there's a rolling cage. That's his vehicle. You know, was designing that. All the stuff. There's his brother, Wreckbolt. I don't want to spoil too much on the bottom, but yeah. So he's got these big, like these long shoulders. Later on in the book, though, I gave him these massive triceps, little tiny biceps on him. I just really wanted to fuck with the anatomy a lot, you know. It seems like everything's really cookie cutter. You know what I mean? I look at for that I kind of got inspired by Joe Madureira, like what he did with Darksiders, the character Death in that video game. He had some weird anatomy. Like dude had like some big ass shoulders, little biceps, shit like that. So like with this dude, I wanted him to have kind of a big rib cage, and I don't know. It's fun, but it's a bitch, dude, because it's kind of cool when you draw everybody kind of similar. Like if they all just have He-Man's body, like it's a little easier. But otherwise, you got to keep going back to the references of who's who's anatomy, even though it's cartoony. But like who's got the big biceps, who's got the little triceps, who doesn't have traps, who does have traps, who's got long legs, all that shit. That's why I recommend everybody do turnarounds for their characters, like the side, at least the front and the back. It's fucking annoying, but here I am 3 years into the book, and I'm glad I have it. I have those two, and then I take pictures of those turnarounds, and then I put them on my phone. This is invaluable, man. I bought all these at the 99-cent store before they sold out. Now they're all Dollar Trees. But the top part you could do, like a drawing, and then the bottom part you can just write notes with lines built into it. I got this for $1, man. So cool. Yeah, and I use it still. Here's another biker guy from the Death Valley Drugs, the Drugger. And they have these like metal helmets that kind of come down like that. These guys are going to be in the first part of the book. The first scene just takes place in Death Valley. Yeah. There's another one. See, that's Hornface. Once his all of his biker gear like kind of burns off of him. Yeah. All kinds of notes. Fun stuff, right? That's world building. And I'm not even really world building because I'm just taking from Norse mythology. That's one thing too that you could take from history. But it's a little easier, when you're doing stuff yourself like Tolkien and Robert E. Howard, it's a lot of stuff. Sorry guys. Yes, I have played World of Warcraft very briefly. It's really cool. I think that World of Warcraft, those characters look so fucking awesome. The way that the orcs look, their anatomy in there, there's these big hulkish characters, so cool. I love exaggerated anatomy, man. Like I really like the way the Street Fighter comic books whoever drew those they look really cool. Yeah. Sorry guys, this is taking me so long. I'm slow with this. Have you ever played World of Warcraft? Yeah, and the World of Warcraft that I because I'm old school. I'm 41, so I played Warcraft like 1 and 2. Warcraft 2, sorry, Warcraft 2 was so fun. I always picked the orcs too, always. But I remember my homies like my homie had the game, and he was playing it, and there's some characters in there that definitely remind me of like Helwär. Some orcs. I've seen some toys. Yes, dude. I don't give a fuck. I love the Warcraft movie. That shit's fucking awesome. I just watched that again with my little brother. Like, he came over. If you're watching, Tyler, what's up, brother? Congratulations. Love you, man. Yeah, he came over and we watched it. So cool. I want to go watch it right now. You got Ragnar Lothbrok running around in there. He's like the main bad guy. So cool. Is it Travis Fimmel? I still don't crosshatch the way I want to either. I kind of want to do like a little I love doing it like that, but it's a bitch. You gotta sit there and let it bleed out and then flick it out. Most people do the scratch, flick. And that's usually what I do too, but I don't know. Played World of Warcraft when it was classic, when the highest level was 60 back in the day, huh? Oh, I also played that game Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, and I also played Red Dead. I was gonna say Red Dead Revolver. I played that a little bit too, but Red Dead Redemption, not the new one or the newest one. I haven't played that yet. Or it all the way. Yeah, I wish I had time to play that, but it's for me. It's like comes down to, do I want to play the games, or do I want to work on my comics, And I really want to work on my comics. I want to build my own worlds up, I want to build my own Warcraft. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see here. Today was a long day. I got to work a lot of overtime this weekend. Got some 12-hour days coming up. I think that's why I haven't worked on my webtoon. Gaming comes first. yeah, it can. But, and the thing is, you people should play video games. You should have that you time, I think, and I should be doing more of that. I kind of do. I read comic books. I do comic book reviews. Try to do those like once a week. But if I want to have my real me time, I'm reading. I'm going to be reading Solomon Kane and Conan, stuff like that. I want to pick up the Kane books by Wagner. That character looks so cool. Yeah. You guys see that new D-Rex from Jurassic Park? Man, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. It's not really my cup of tea. The movie looks freaking awesome, though. I'm really excited. I ain't gonna lie. My birthday's in July, and there's a lot of really cool movies coming out. Is it a different channel? No, Jurassic Park, the new Lost World movie. There's a new dinosaur in there, the D-Rex. Yeah, and they say it's like inspired by the Xenomorph, among other things too. Cool dude, eBagger Nader. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, this is Dokkel. He's gonna be in yeah, my birthday's in July. Yeah, 7/11. This guy, he's gonna be one of the bad guys in the in my book Helwär, coming out in next year, God willing. Yeah, I'm a Cancer. I'm a cancerous. Yeah, most definitely. Got to draw these studs right here. How many of you guys have stud belts? Mine would always rip, man. Got to draw the studs. This guy's, see what I'm saying? Don't make characters like this, because they're fun, but like once you start having to draw them, it's like, yeah, and you want them to move. It's a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of work. Might as well knock out that belt buckle real quick. And cheers, 8 of you guys watching, drinking some of the Longhorn whiskey. If you're still watching, Omer Glitch. Yeah, man. Good stuff from Texas, corn whiskey. Let's see here. Look at us, laugh out loud. You want me to look at you guys? Well, there's some videos of me if you go check out the channel. I'm pretty messy right now. What about AI? AI. It's I'm not a fan of AI, man. Cognito ergo sum. I'm not a fan of AI. Yeah, I feel that I've done videos on it on my other channel. Like I kind of broke it down. They just think it's soulless. It's not punk. It's not metal. It's corporate. It's corpro. Sorry if I'm offending a lot of you guys. It's a tool for search, for if you use it as a search engine, I think people need to get out there and make their own art. It's taking art jobs from a lot of other people. Um, it disconnects from that human hunt of the creative process. You know, that's the whole point of creating art for artists. It's the creative process, that hunt, the messing up along the way of getting the final piece completed. You want to mess up, you lose all that. And it's that connection to the human soul of the artist's art, that soul connector. It's no longer there with AI. Let's see here. So we have 713, 711, and 79. Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of cancers going around. All right, Laredo, Texas. Drink up, brother. Make sure not eat the eat the worm. Cheers. Yeah, I don't know what you can drink, and I don't know how you drink and draw. Um, you just expressed a limitation with drawing characters like this. Don't you think that limitation is bypassed with AI? Uh, no, I don't. I don't have limitations, or I mean, maybe a little bit of limitation. That is limits are awesome. It's not. You don't. A little bit of limits are good. You don't. You want to have everything out there. I've met Jerry before from the Misfits. Oh, that's cool. I tried hugging, but he told me to watch out for the spikes. Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, limitations are awesome, man. You don't want to have too much power. Too much power comes too much responsibility. That's the way I feel about that. I had a third eye. Johnny, hey, how you doing, Johnny? Just kidding. No, even I was talking about world building. You know what I mean? You got to have limits. You know what I mean? Limits are fine. You got to have some borders. You know, I think even in storytelling, art. You know what I mean? But yeah, as far as AI goes, I use that just for searching instead of Google. I use Grok now for a lot of shit, a whole lot. It's only one dissent when you ask for a color palette or color palette ideas. One decent. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, it works for asking stuff, but I'll even limit it. Like I can ask for it to write my book for me, and Chat GPT will do a good job. You know, it'll do a decent job, but it's not gonna have that the human soul connected to it. I love watching anime food. Huh. Yeah. I like the old school anime stuff, like Vampire Hunter D, Fist of the North Star, Akira, Berserk, Ninja Scroll. That's my shit right there. Maybe a little bit of the Ghost in the Shell. You know, the 80s and 90s shit. But Vampire Hunter D is my favorite, definitely. Uh, I love the way that anime depicts action, fight sequences. Very inspirational. I love comics in general, man. You know, I just love comics, and manga is comics. It's Japanese comics. Some people don't think so, but it's all the same shit. There's an argument to be had there, but that's just my opinion. You know, no, it won't have that. It doesn't have the Vivian, other an online name. It won't have the level of emotion that a book written by a human would have. No, it won't. It's not going to have the soul. No, it won't. The thing is, it's all about the singularity, folks. You guys know about the singularity, right? Do I have a favorite anime? Yeah, I like the Vampire Hunter D. That's definitely my favorite. That and then Fist of the North Star. Those two. Boom boom. Yep, yep, yep. Thanks again for stopping by, guys. Sorry for the shut down. It's just the it does that sometimes. My phone signs me out, so definitely want to try to go another 30 minutes here. That's the goal, and then maybe start watching a new TV show. There's a lot of really cool. I mean, let's be real. There's like literally endless TV shows to watch. I can just stop doing everything I'm doing now, stop making comics, and I'll never be able to watch all the TV shows I want. But I'm looking forward to Dexter. I'm looking forward to Dexter. I can't wait for that. It comes out on my birthday, the new season. So, also, I'm sorry if my English gets bad at times. I've spent a lot of time learning a few languages. I cannot remember English fully. That's fine. No biggie. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry for anything. Never apologize. Never apologize for anything, mostly. Unless you really like hurt somebody or something. I don't know. Just you don't got to be sorry. It is what it is. Especially if you're that. Do I have a Discord? Nah, I don't have a Discord. It's got a YouTube. My plan is to open up a Patreon someday. Once I have something that I can really find justifiable to pay for somebody once a month to have. I was thinking about giving everybody my thumbnails for my art. So and eventually just have like a whole community where people can have access to all my thumbnails, have an exclusive comic book that's only to Patreon and only my Patreons can buy it. But that's going to take me some time. I really got to get better at drawing, storytelling. It's got to make it worth people's money. You know what I mean? If they're going to pay me for that, it's got to be worth their while. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. I've seen a couple people do a really good job of that. But yeah, it's going to take some time. I'm going to open up a website and I'm going to sell my art on there too within the year. That's another one of my, I could do it probably, pretty quick, but I'm just really kind of focused on drawing right now. But I'm just going to probably put up like 5 pages of art, in my books on like a little website, maybe Big Cartel or something like that. And get that going probably pretty soon here. A Discord server would be good with more of a fan base is built, so fans of the comics can come together. But there's also other socials people could do that on. Your art is amazing. No, you're doing a good job. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just trying, Sorry, guys. Yeah. And I also do a Saturday night live stream at midnight Eastern time. I try to do it every Saturday, unless I gotta work really late or something. So, and on there I talk about the show's called Metal Movies and Brewskis, but I also talk about comics. I also showcase campaigns of indie books. I try to find other indie books too. That type of stuff. Show movie trailers. And I also show look for like a new music video of metal bands that I like, or I've never heard of, Yeah, I love doing live shows, It takes time though. For the live shows, I try to really look for topics that I feel, that are I'm kind of into talking about, stuff that I feel that is. Things that I'm really into, and it takes days for me to do that. So I'm working on my show like all week when I usually do it. I'm not going to be doing it this Saturday though. I'm shooting for Sunday at midnight Eastern time. I'm going to be having on the guy putting out his book. It's called Infinite Chronicles. It's a book that has these pretty badass elves in it. It's actually on, the first book is on Amazon right now. And the next book is launching tomorrow on Michael Bancroft's channel. If you guys don't follow Michael Bancroft, he's an awesome artist. Great guy too. Really, really nice guy. Helps out like so many people with their launching their books. They launch books, crowdfunding books on his channel a lot of the times. Really nice guy though. Great guy. Yeah, the live's cool. I'm not gonna get this done tonight. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna try though. Let's see here. Yeah, no, there's no way because I'm gonna have a background too. I'm not just gonna have the standing in a void. So I have to figure out where I'm actually gonna figure out the background after I draw him there. And to be honest with you, I have no idea where I want to put him just yet. So I'll probably get it. I'll probably get another couple more drawings, Dokkel streams. Sorry. Let's see. There's that. Again, cheers. The 70 of y'all watching. All right. Let's see here. Again, sorry for the stream shutting down. Just the phone gets kind of finicky sometimes. Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right. Yeah, it's funny too. Like, you don't realize how many people, like everybody, like when I was trying to still, like I'm learning how to draw, but I never realized people use tools, you know, like they're using rulers, you know, not just a ruler, use a see-through ruler, you know, measure on the side of the page, you know, make sure that it lines up as good as you can, you know. How do people get perfect circles? They use these, you know. There's so many tools. You have to use tools to get these to do comics if you want to do them like that. If you want to do if you want to draw comics traditionally like this, you know, the cool thing about it is that it's original art. So once this, I'm going to make this into a trading card probably, right? God willing. If I do that, I can sell this artwork. I could sell it for $5 or $500, whatever I want, or I could leave it for my kids and they could sell it, or they could, you know what I mean? There's options, you know. That's the cool thing about original art. A lot of people don't really think about it. I'm definitely going to talk my friends into cosplaying some of your characters. Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. I was thinking about cosplaying one of my characters sometime, but I'm gonna need to hit the weights if I do that. Cause yeah, definitely not in shape for that. Let's see here. There's that. Boom. Boom. Yeah, and this dude's pale white. You know what I mean? He just got this like white skin. It's like chalky white skin, you know. And there's like a whole like bunch of guys like this. Would I add you on? Let's see here. I'm getting my boyfriend to cosplay with me, and he said he was ridiculous. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry, aren't you the same guy who played my? Yeah, cosplaying's crazy. I don't. I don't have PlayStation really. I mean, I have it, but I don't have really like an account on there. Kitty cat. Yeah. Do. Let's see here. Kind of want to leave those like that a little bit, but nah, I'm gonna see because I like the texture of that right there, but I really want that shadow, you know. So this guy's got to have shadows. That'll leave texture. Just I'm gonna add a little shadow in there to give it a little variety for the eye, I guess. Oh man. All right. Bit of that. Nothing too crazy. All right, now I'm gonna start rendering out this skull right here. Now this guy, yeah, this guy's a piece of work. This character, um, he's got a lot of stuff going on. Let's see. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the texture down here too. Thanks all the 9 people watching. I really appreciate it. I'm sure you guys got a lot of stuff going on right here to stop by and watch my show. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Montoya. I really appreciate it, man. Vivian online name. I definitely plan on attempting to make a crochet tapestry of some of your characters. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah. See, you can get a cool little like with this pin right here. Look at I'm just doop de doo. But I'm kind of not really like the pin's doing a lot of the work, but it's the pin and then just something like it's random. I'm just randomly kind of doing this, kind of making mistakes. You know what I mean? Thing is, people the main problem with people in life, you know what the main problem is? Real simple. People don't want to make mistakes, and they're not okay with making mistakes or even calculated risks. You got to do that. You know what I mean? People are afraid. Even like with cooking, like, oh, I don't want to cook. I don't want to cook. You got to be willing to burn some stuff and undercook some things, as long as you don't hurt nobody. And the same thing with art. And with art, that's part of the journey. That's part of the hunt. Is making the mistakes, having that randomization in there. You know what I mean? And you're gonna find things. See, like I'm randomly coming in here, giving it this texture. I love doing shit like that. I could have gone in here and just made it all black, but I want there to be texture. I want this to feel like it's almost like the same material as up here as the gauntlet. I think it'll look a little cooler. Then down here on the strap, I might make that more leather looking. Yeah. But I've been working on some world building though. Kitty cat. Let's see. One of my favorite comics is Turok. You know what? I never read the comic. I know about the character. I played the video game a lot on Nintendo 64 when I was a kid. Fucking awesome character. Gonna have to draw that character someday. But yeah, Dinosaur Hunter. Sign me up. It's almost like Rambo, but he's like he's an Indian, so it's even cooler. Yeah, I like Indians. Yeah. Let's see. If I do, I'll see if you'd want it because I used to make it full of blankets of small books and games, and it's on E. So what's this? Hey, how's it going, Yaniv Polishuk? This is my character, um, Dokkel. He's a black metal singer in the band called Sons of Nidhogg, and he is one of the bad guys in the book I got coming out next year. The book's called Helwär, and this might be a trading card when I'm done with it. Talk about steel toes. Yeah, imagine that. You know what I mean? I had this thing. I ain't gonna lie. It's like a lot of characters I make up. I give them. I like giving them boots, usually with like some type of weapon. You know, I went through this big phase of like, how do I put weapons on people, like just on their clothing? You know what I mean? But you'll see like I've maybe one day I'll put them out. But they're these horrendous character designs I've done. There's a lot of potential in them, but a lot of these characters I designed from like 10 years ago, they have like crazy boot like weapons like attached to them, you know. And yeah, that's just kind of my shtick. But yeah, this is a little too much. But again, he does use these, and you know they're not there just for show. So I guess I could say that much. That's kind of cool. Talk about steel toes. Yaniv Polishuk. God damn, this looks awesome. Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Paula Sars. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. You ever read Magnus Robot Fighter? No. Sounds pretty cool, though. Down, check it out. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll start messing with a skull. Yeah, I want to hurry up on this. It's just this character takes a lot of rendering. He's got a lot of bones and steel and leather and just textured stuff, and it's just not that quick for me. I like doing usually for my whenever I'm drawing bone, my character Butch Cleaver. I like doing the steeple, and that shit takes forever. You know, that's another reason why it took me a long time. I just think it's fun to draw. Like that's the way I texture my bone. And then sometimes the bones have these little deep little things like that, and they kind of want to do a little bit of that. You want to get it all over the place. Little steeple, teeth. You could do a little bit of that kind of a little random here and there, and then yeah, something like that. But yeah, this will fuck up your pen pretty quick too, but it is what it is. Turok always reminds me of Magnus, vice versa. Damn, I'm gonna have to check out Magnus. Oh, thanks, Kitty Cat. I really appreciate it. Yaniv Polishuk, if the upcoming book is a comic, is it going to be black and white? Yes, sir. It is going to be black and white. All my books are going to be black and white, unless I like come into a mass amount of wealth and have a colorist. Because I love black and white more, but sometimes I see things in color and I want people to see the colors too, you know. But I could color it. I'm not that great at coloring. I'm getting better, but I haven't colored in like 2 years probably. And I was getting better at 2 years ago. But if I was to jump in it and do it, I could get better at it. But it just takes too much time. And to be honest, I don't really have fun doing it. I don't like flatting either. But yeah, so that's why I'm just going to be doing black and white. And I figure I could churn out more work like that. Black and white looks awesome. You could see all the line work, and I just love inking. And if I were to, you know, it's like I do a lot of, I try to do as much as I can with like textures and things like that. Again, I'm learning how to do stuff. I'm always learning. But when you color, you kind of, a lot of times you lose a lot of the inking, in there a lot of the time. So if I do end up ever coloring, and I don't hire someone and I'm really going to color for myself, I'm just going to be doing like flat colors, guys, like really just flats, you know. And I'm going to do like probably some crazy colors, like so you're going to see a lot of oranges and teals and just fucking like it's going to look like lava lamp, like really trippy shit, you know. But it'll be like probably the fantasy stuff. So yeah, and in black and white, it's really cheap. It's a lot cheaper than printing color too. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Colors are a lot of money too, man. It's really expensive. Comic books, they're really expensive. And once you start moving into like plus I got to letter my book too. That's, you know. So say if I do a crowdfund for like a few $1,000s, let's say $3,000 to $5,000 for someone to letter the book, you know, that's even $20 a page, and color it, that's another $100 a page. You know, it starts stacking up a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna come out of pocket regardless. So I try to just say, okay, well, I could write it, I could pencil it, I can ink it, I could letter it, and then if I'm gonna pay for anybody to help me, I'm gonna pay for an editor or a writer and both. You know, it's just writers and editors I'm paying for the time being. But yeah, that's just my thing, and I'm also working on a kind of like a dark fantasy universe right now, but it's not easy. I'm really into like vampires and werewolves and that type of shit I was talking about earlier on the last stream. Kind of want to do something with that, you know. And I've got a lot of character designs from a decade ago. Like I would like to go back and maybe like populate a world with these type of things. But I was saying earlier, man, like with I think with world building, you don't want to get too crazy with it, you know. Like for me, I'm probably gonna make like a small world, you know, that's probably like the size of like California or Texas, but have like a diverse let's see, like climates and also characters and races and cultures, but not make it too crazy, you know. And have that set in stone, and then get in there and start fucking writing some tear-jerking, action-packed, dramatic tales, you know. Some really pulpy stuff too, man. Like, but this book's really this book is fun though. I ain't gonna lie. Like Helwär it's dark and serious, and hopefully but it's a lot of fun too. You know, it's again like Lobo's the big influence, and also like Jack Kirby's this style of storytelling, Walter Simonson, those type of vibes. I hate that word vibe. Definitely gonna be like that. So just a lot of fun, but hopefully it'll get you in the feels a little bit. Awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys check it out. Hope you guys check out the channel too. I have this channel, and I also have another channel called The Metal Cartoonist. This channel is Batmerk, The Metal Cartoonist. Same shit, but the other channel, I just talk really about making comics in the indie sphere, and I try to just help people out that are coming in. You know what I mean? And just pretty much showing them about 95% of everything I know. I got to keep a couple secrets because you know, you never want to give away all your secrets, you know. And again, I'm still learning. I don't know much. I'm not a professional. I am a professional, but I'm not a mainstream pro. Okay, and I got a lot to learn. I'm green, but I'm gray in the fact that I've been doing it for about a decade or more, and I probably know more than the average person that would come in. So if they were to watch those videos, they're going to learn some shit. This channel is just about me reviewing comics, partying, doing live streams, live drawing, hanging out, you know, that type of stuff. Let's see here. All right, this is gonna be challenging for me. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see here. I'll use my favorite tool. Like I said earlier, this is my favorite, the Tombow. This is, I think, the best weapon out there for making comics, because you can do anything with it. It's the hard tip, the blue one. It comes in a 2-pack with the black soft tip, and they're usually about $6. But you can make hair with this. You could feather with this. It's like a brush and it's like a micron and everything rolled into one. So I really recommend it though. And here we go. I'm gonna try another one. That one's too light. That's a gray one. I need a black one. Let's try this out. Yeah, Tombos are the best, Paulus. I think they're the best. I'm always trying new stuff, though. You know what I mean? There we go. Okay, there's that. Now we could do the do this right here. Think about how I want to do this. Okay. That's why I love the Tombow. You know what I mean? You get them hairs in there like that. You know what I'm saying? Get that kind of leather look, you know what I'm talking? And then with the boots, let's see here. This thing needs to be beat up a little bit. I want some scratches on there. You know what I mean? And sometimes you guys might want to get a little, put some of, I do this too a lot. This is a good way to like render, you know, to get that organic rendering. Get my thumb right here, right? You see that? Okay. Get it nice and dirty, right? Put that in there. You know? Something like that. And then I'll get a little more right here. Okay. Come in here like that. I have yet to try the Montoya 76. I have yet to try a Tombow. Having too much fun with nibs and brushes the last year or two. Yeah, they're both dope. I mean, you can't go wrong. They're both fun. Like I want to start using my nib too. I got a bunch of nibs. You know, this one's a little rusty. And then I have the Windsors too. I got 2 of these bad boys. Got to start using these. I've had these for years, bro. And I have my desk in here now. And I remember I was just starting to use the brushwork. And then I stopped. So, but these are fun just because they're so fast. You know what I mean? This one though, I'm just using for color. You know. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. I've seen a guy do a whole cloud with just finger with thumb painting, you know, fingers. Yeah. There's all so you could do all that, you know. AI ain't gonna really do all that type of shit. You know what I'm talking? That's the fun stuff, guys. You gotta get in there, you gotta get fucking dirty, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid. Lots of fun. Make some mistakes. And I'd say half the time the mistakes, they're gonna turn into beautiful mistakes. Like what is it? Happy mistakes, like Bob Ross always says, right? You guys like Bob Ross? I'm planning on getting it a drink, but I'm stuck on what I got. I should not be trusted with adult decisions. I do not feel like one. Yeah, you know, gotta be careful. You don't want to get sick, you know. Sorry. This guy's going to have a little shadow coming down right here. There's that. I'll do a little bit of this too. Bob Ross is very, let's see. Vivian online name. Bob Ross is very good. Yeah, no, I like watching Bob Ross. He's pretty I mean, kind of relaxing in a way. Like just watching him do that stuff, chilling, or even getting up in the morning, cooking some bacon, drinking some coffee, watching some Bob Ross. I like to do that. I ain't gonna lie. And then he's got his own channel on Tubi, so it's like you can't go wrong, you know. Let's see here. So we got this right here. All right, let's go back to this guy. See, and this looks different from when I look at it. This is lighter through the phone than right here. But I'm gonna hit this with the eraser a little bit. And so the eraser, you can always clean it. If you got carpet, you could clean the eraser on the carpet like that. But you always want to have a clean eraser, guys. If you can't clean the carpet, just use your fingers. All right, get in there like that. See, I'm wiping it off. Okay. You don't need all the. Let's see, watch. I'll clean it real good. Little elbow grease on there, something like that. Okay. This is the moo eraser of what's left of it. See how clean it gets? Look at that. Look how dirty it is. See, it's pretty clean. All right, and all you need is a couple sides. All right. There we go. See, now it's a little lighter, not so dramatic. I got a couple prints in there for the texture of the skull. Looks okay. And there's that. Okay. And then now, I'll probably chill on that for a little bit. I can come back to it. And then I'll probably move over. Where do I want to chill at? Sorry for taking forever on this, guys, but like I said, it's going to take me a while, you know. But I am having fun. Doing it. Let's see here. The Montoya 76, they have old episodes on YouTube now too. Yeah. Vivian, I've been working with kids for a couple years now, and they all love Bob Ross. Yeah, Bob Ross is awesome. The Montoya 76. I'm always reaching down to rub my eraser on the carpet for cleaning too. Yeah, I do that too. I just started doing it with my finger like this year. I never even really thought about it. But after a while, you start having like dirty fingers like that, and then you gotta keep washing your hands, and then washing the side of your hands. See, like right there, that little like reddish spot. That's graphite, you know. But it's all good. I'm like, for me, I don't really care. Let's see. Battery power is almost down. I'm probably gonna hit up this real quick a little bit before I gotta go. So I've been going another hour. And thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to do these live draw streams like this, like once a week, where it's just me filming from my phone, you know. And then I tried to get on Omer's stream last night, but it was just too late. Yeah, it's so late. My day job is just, yeah, crazy hours. Yep. See, if there's stuff I don't like, I can come back and fix this too. You know what I mean? If I need certain areas of this to be darker, I can come back with any of my tools and hit it up, you know? Nothing crazy. But right now, I'm just kind of going for that texture. You know what I mean? I want to get tones. That's the thing I love about inking is the fucking tones, man. One thing I really hated for the longest time I could not stand was Zipatone, but now I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna like just put it in little spots, you know, like say you're gonna do a whole page and then you're gonna scan it into Photoshop or Clip Studio and then just add Zipatone in certain spots, I'm with it. Dan Panosian does that. He does a great job doing that. I love the tones. He's like the tone king right now. Vivian Online name. I'm going to be at a friend's house for over the weekend, so if you go live Friday or Saturday, I won't be able to watch, but I'll try to check it out if I get a chance. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm definitely gonna be doing a live stream on Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna do my Saturday show on Sunday, so at midnight. It's gonna be a fun one. Let's see, here's that. Let's see here. World TT. I can't draw. Teach me now. Teach me how. Well, you just gotta, pick up a book and start drawing. I recommend picking up How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. For me, that was the best book. That's my favorite drawing book. And then after that, pick up any of the Bridgman's anatomy. You can Google Bridgman's anatomy books and just start drawing people. If you want to do manga or comics, just start drawing people and just learning the human body and muscles. Do it. Just start doing now. Be ready to fuck up and just be willing, man. You have to get out there and do it. And it's annoying me telling you that, and I've heard a million people say that, and I've had a million people tell me that. But really, that's the only way to do it. You got to be willing to lose and get better, and put in those 10,000 hours. However, you might be and that's for just like the regular person. But you'll see. The more chances you take, and the more willing you are to fuck up, the better of an artist you'll be. Yeah. Let's see. I'll definitely be watching then. I also just drawing a ton of random shapes can help some people. Yep, exactly. You just gotta get out there and do it, and draw what you like, and learn shading. Where the light's at. Always find out where your light source is. My light source is like right here. It's up here somewhere, shooting down. So all my shadows are going to be underneath. So this is a light shadow, light shadow, light shadow. There's some light source coming right here. So most of the light's going to be on this side of his arm, but it's turned. So there's a little bit more shadow right here, but I leave this open for some texture. Right here, so the light's still coming down from the top. It's smacking right here on the leather. It's hitting this too right here, and then this. Once the light's hitting this, it's making a cast shadow come down from there. There's still a little bit of dark right here because I want to have some tones right there. Again, this isn't actuality, so there's going to be some differences. Light's coming down right here. It's hitting the bicep. The veins popping out because it's protruding from the bicep, so that's sticking out a little bit. So that's basically it. You practice just shading, finding your light source. Like for me, when I get comfortable drawing people, I draw random shapes to give myself ideas of how to do better perspectives. Yeah, and then when you're doing perspectives, you could just start seeing people. You literally just start seeing people in shapes and things in shapes. It really just happens. Like the human head is a light bulb. It really is. It looks like a light bulb. And then you start doing the drawing the line across the center of the face, where the face would be, wherever. And then you draw another one for a little bit for the nose, and then a little bit for the mouth. I'm going to be doing some drawing tutorials probably next year on the other channel that I have. Right now, I'm just talking about like the whole like getting into comics and stuff. Just because if there's so many drawing tutorials out there on YouTube where you can just really learn how to draw. It's just a mass abundance. World TT. Yeah, I used to do that. Treat the shading as almost a clay statue forming, but then I see like 2,000 possibilities in one image, and I end up making a meatball. Yeah, you just have to basically pick whatever you think looks fucking awesome in your head. Like, yeah, I like that. Out of the 2,000 things, you just gotta pick something. So you know what, I'm picking that. And you just have to commit to the bit. You know what I mean? That's the way you got to do it. Uh, yeah, no, you just have to do that. Be willing to look. Whatever you think looks fucking awesome, you pick that. So out of all those 2,000 possibilities, just pick one that you want and just do it. Okay, and then finish the piece. And if the piece isn't, if you don't like it, that's okay, man. You made it all the way to the end. Just keep going all the way to the end. When I was drawing as a kid, and I've been drawing since I was 3 years old, and I've been able to draw okay, like all right, since I was, I've been drawing since I was 3 or whatever. They said, I had a gift or whatever. I don't know about all that, but I've been drawing for a long time. And I got a lot to learn. But when I was drawing as a kid, there's like so many drawings that start out really good, but I couldn't finish them, and something would piss me off about it, and I started erasing it, and then I would just leave it, you know. And then one day later on in life, I just told myself, you know what, Matt Burke, you just got to get in there and you got to just finish the fucking drawing, even if it sucks, you know. And I've been doing that even to this day. Like there's problems with this drawing that I don't like right now. There's a bunch of things I want to change. You know what I mean? And there's some things I'm kind of happy with, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna do my best, and I'm just gonna keep moving, you know. And then the next drawing is I'm gonna try to do my best, you know. And that's all you can do, really. World T. That's all you can do, you know. But again, just to reiterate, How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way by John Buscema. He is oh man, he's such a good artist. He did most of the Conan stuff, you know. As a kid, I loved the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, and now as an adult, I'm just going back and looking at all the Conan stuff that he did, you know. And now he's like a big influence on me as an adult, you know. So that's a hard recommend, dude. I know it seems kind of cheeseball, but it'll really tell you how to do storytelling. I'm actually going to do a video on maybe 2 or 3 videos on how to draw comics the Marvel way. Don't give up on your art, even if you think it's bad. There always might be a way to fix it. Yeah, there always might be a way to fix it. And another artist that you guys need to follow is Daniel Warren Johnson. Okay, everybody should follow that guy. He does a Friday show called Live with D-Dubs, and he just does everything, like all kinds of stuff. And for me, just watching him, like it's you know, you can mess up, man, and you can get in there and you can just fix your drawing. You can just get some white paint, or you can go in there with one of these Presto pans and just get in there and fix it. You know what I mean? Like it's no problem. I'm gonna come in here with this or another maybe like a jelly roll or maybe one of these uni balls. These things work pretty good too, you know. And I might add some highlights or some underlights, you know. Let's see here. I don't really have anything right here. I could let me use the Presto real quick. So with this, I might do a little under right here. You know what I mean? You just push down on it, you know, and then you do that. So you got some underlight. You know what I mean? Like that. And then you wait a second. If it doesn't look that good, I can always fix it with the pen. You know, make a little pool, and then I just throw it up. Now you gotta wait a little second for it to dry. You know. So there's that. And right now it just looks like a big glob. But it's gonna dry, and I can come in here with like a fine liner, and I could really clean up that blotch. I can clean up that blotch too, right? That would be cool if it was maybe some blood or something like that. But it's not. So I'm just gonna wait. I'll come back and fix that. But that's something that you can always have the whiteout ready to go if you're gonna want to fix your drawing. If there's a problem, you can just white it out when in doubt. So see, there's that. But yeah, never give up. Just keep. And this is 100% accurate. Any artist that knows what they're talking about, learning how to draw and paint and being an artist, even drawing, no matter what field you pick, it's never your learning is never going to stop. Okay, you're always going to learn, no matter what. forever you will be learning how to draw, how to ink, how to paint. It's never going to stop. It's a hunt that you will be going on for your entire life. And all the best artists that I've ever studied, they all say that, and it's true, man. You're never going to stop learning. So, just get in there and you know, I got some videos too on how to draw comics too, or how to, or on the other channel too, where I kind of talk about it and I give more points on that too. Kind of go over the you should learn anatomy, but you should also learn from people that you like. You should look at artists that you really like. Pick three artists. That's one of the things I say. Pick three artists you're inspired by and draw like them. But then also go check out how to draw comics the Marvel way. Check out Bridgman's anatomy books, and then kind of combine all that. You know what I mean? Then you're gonna slowly get better, and you're gonna figure out your style. And draw for 10 minutes a day. You got to draw for at least 10 minutes a day. Let's see here. For me, when I started making small indie romance games, always sketching out my characters on paper would look odd, but if you were able to erase it, you can turn it into a small detail of the character. Yeah, you could do that too. And then also like erasing. I have these erasers too. I just started using these. These are invaluable to me. These mechanical erasers by Tombow. So you go in there and, like, say I draw a whole character, I draw his arm and I shade it, then I just erase his veins, or I want to do highlights in the hair. So I use this most of the time for hair, veins, highlights, stuff like that, and it works perfect. And it's you could keep replacing it. And I wish I had this 15 years ago. And it's, again, that this the tools. It's all in the tools too. It's a number of things. So you're learning how to draw, getting your tools, creating your arsenal of tools. You know what I mean? See this right here? This looks all ratchet. I'm going to go in here and kind of tighten it up a little bit. It's that. And then we were talking about this earlier. So for the whiteout, you can go in there and kind of make it a little tighter. So you got that kind of underarm, and then when you zoom out, it's going to really pop, because this is going to be shrunken down. It's going to be a little trading card. And if it wasn't, it would be a comic book page. So you have that too. So when you zoom out, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? So that's stuff you could do. That's a little, little something I could tell you right now. But so much to learn. And then when I'm drawing too, I hop all over the place, back and forth, spin it around and whatnot. It's because the ink's always drying, so you don't want to get the ink all over your hand. You start spreading it all over the page. Let's see here. For me, when I started making, so let's see here. I'm gonna add some more shadow to this. It's not dark enough, so. Needs to be darker. I might come in with one of those pins I got from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, this one right here, micro brush. Let's see here. There we go. How dark that is. Right? I don't have to come in here. I'm going to have to blend that. I could blend it. I don't have to, though, because even if you zoom out, it's going to look cool. You know what I mean? But if you zoom in, you get that hard, like, stark black. But the thing is, most of the time you're drawing comic stuff, and it's zoomed out. So you don't really see all the little knickknacks, all the little noodling and fine detailing. But you could do that with just steepling. So I'm just doing the dots, right? See that? Boop, boop, boop. See? Doing little dots just to blend it in there. Just like that. You can also do cross hatching and hatching and whatnot, but I'm going to do the dots because it looks kind of fits this this thing right here. The material that it's made out of. Montoya 76. Great work on this piece. Got to head out. Catch you next time, y'all. I'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Let's see, Vivian. I was painting the other day with oil-based paint and accidentally spilled on my tannish paint all over the canvas. Ooh, that's pretty brutal right there. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I think I'm probably going to end it too, guys. Been going for a little bit over 2 hours now, maybe 2.5 hours. Thanks everybody that's been hanging out. Vivian online and Kitty Cat, Montoya, Omer. Also Russ for stopping by. Brink, I really appreciate all you guys and everybody else too that stopped by. Always, guys, remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your role. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully. All right. You guys have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Oh, and you too, Paulus. And don't be out there getting too wasted. You know what I mean? Have some fun though. Let loose. Yeah, night, Paulus, and it's 4 a.m. here, so I definitely need to sleep. Good night to you and your wife. Hope you all have an amazing night. You too. Hey, what's up, Bone? How you doing? Just shutting her down right now. Just working on this piece right here. My what's his face? Dokkel. Yeah. So we got a little bit done tonight, but I've been yapping and taking my time with it, trying to do my best. Yeah. Thanks, guys. You guys have a great night and have an awesome weekend. Get out there and get dirty though. Make some art too. Cut out some time to do a little bit of art if you can. Only takes a few minutes, maybe half an hour. See you guys next time. Peace.